Hey there, so today we have another review. This is a beer courtesy of Scott, Vintage Beer Enthusiast on Instagram. Please check him out. And this is Happy Hops IPA. So the beer never had 6.5%, bottled about less than a month ago. And this is originally brewed in 1944 by Grace Brothers Brewery in Santa Rosa. So they're playing a homage to that closed in the 1960s. Charming hop character, brewed with new and old world hops, bold aromas. Flavors with notes of tropical fruit and stone fruit. So pretty cool. And actually it was on the website and they said there's mild bitterness on this one, which is very strange for, West Coast brewery to be doing that, but we'll see. And yeah, love me some Russian River IPAs. Well, I mean, you guys think I don't because last time I had Pliny did not give a great rating. But I do like me Blind Pig. I am a bigger fan of Blind Pig than Pliny the Elder. So post in the comments below if you guys have opinions on that. Controversial, I'll say controversial, but I think some people that are more familiar with the beers tend to lean more towards, or there are more people that you think like Blind Pig than Pliny, but beer is very light. Yeah, I think they're really pushing away from crystal malt, so the beer is light gold color. It really looks almost like a blonde ale. A little bit of chill haze on that, fluffy white head. Yeah, looks very nice. Eggshell white head, really white head. Yeah, get that signature dang thing. That's the initial thing I smell. Reminds me of the Pliny the Younger. It's just weed and earthy and soily. It's like got a really like brown to black kind of base tone to it. Yeah, and then there's fruit underneath. There's very pineapple-y, candied orange peel, almost a little bit of mango. Honestly, reminds me a little bit of the newer takes on IPA, right? A lot of breweries are doing, instead of a New England style, instead of West Coast style, they're really just like, doing the same kind of base danky thing, but then also layering in those really pretty nice tropical fruity, stone fruit, citrus, tropical hops in there, and then just having this really light, bright beer, but also like pulling back from the crystal malt. So yeah, reminds me a little bit of that on the nose. Crackery malts. Quite hoppy though, smells awesome. Cheers. I do have it a little cold. So it does sort of taste like that. It's so clean, almost like drives in a place of IPL, but there's a little bit of like, this like a little bit of fat, not biscuity, but like bready malt in the middle. Bitterness is mild though, yeah. It does have a just like what that nose was, that base tone just lingers on the palate. 6.5, not a huge IPA. A lot of grapefruit. It's grapefruit zestiness, a little bit of that pineapple, citrusy throughout. Maybe a little bit of apricot. I don't get too much stone fruit on this one, not too much peachiness. Maybe a little hair peach in the middle, a little bit peach ring. Nice fruitiness, lacking in bitterness. Very lacking in bitterness. Wow, I really would have liked a little bit more bitterness and a little bit more fat in this one. Yeah. So strange. For me, I really wish, this was more, I mean, I guess you have to separate yourself from Blind Pig, so just don't make another Blind Pig, right? But this for me very much reminds me of those newer age IPAs a lot of breweries are doing, especially larger ones. What's one off the top of my head? A little bit like Dogfish Head has done one of those, the Hazy O, and who else has done one? Oscar Blues has done them. Stone is sort of leaning a little bit towards that. Sierra Nevada, the hazel thing and stuff like that. It's sort of like a cleaner take, more aromatic take on West Coast IPA, with like redacted bitterness, but then it's just not as fat of a beer. Which again, I personally prefer. Like you either go one way or the other. Right? You get really fat, juicy, thick, creamy beer. Treehouse I just reviewed, and then otherwise give me the dang, give me the bitterness, give me the fat malt, give me that like burnt candied grapefruit peel thing, give me some bitterness on the back end, give me that fat chewy malt, and give me some bitterness and just like all those balancing factors. This is just like in the middle. It's very in the middle road of everything for me. So again, it's like, if you like IPL and you like clean, if you like clean, aromatically hoppy beer with that like West Coast base tone, you're gonna love it. It just has those elements, but for me, those elements don't do as well as those two other, kind of like, what do you call it? Like the diversity or the gradient of what you can do. You can go all the way West Coast, you could all the way New England, and sort of like have a little bit of elements of each. But then, like for me, just not my favorite, but that's a style preference thing. Wonderfully well constructed, but it's just like too clean, right? It doesn't, with IPA, I want something to hit me over the head, and it is very aromatic, but like just stupidly drinkable without like enough enjoyment for me. Like I want more malt, I want more bitterness, I want more pine, or I just want the big, like gimme, like it's almost like Diet Coke. I love Diet Coke, but some people either you want the full sugar and you want the full experience, or just don't give me water, give me tea, like something else, right? So that's a great analogy. It's like Diet Coke, yeah. Very watery. Again, I wouldn't be surprised if someone told me this was a cold IPA or IPL. Like really clean. Yeah, good stuff. And like the cold pizza that I recently reviewed, this is the closest thing to that. Like closest beer that I've had recently would be the cold pizza IPA I had from Hot Butcher. Well constructed beer, just not complete on my palate. And then as you drink it more, there's that like crackery malt that just like sits in the middle, but it's not sweet. Good drinking, clean beer. Let's go with 89. Am I giving too much smack for just giving to 89? Yeah, it's not exactly for my palate, but people has a very good 89. Well-constructed beer, tasty. So that's Happy Hops from Russian River. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys like this kind of beer. It's, again, really clean, aromatic with a West Coast base tone to it. Low bitterness. Cheers. Until next time, guys. Thank you so much, Scott. Later. 89 for me. Later.